Good morning, Internet. This is Car Stuff with Katherine. I'm Katherine. Let's talk about car stuff. All right, so big news out. The Fordpacalypse is upon us, and people are losing their damn minds. Ford is eliminating the Fiesta, Focus, Fusion, and Taurus, I believe, from the American market by 2020. Yeah, you heard that right. In the next year and a half, Ford is going to eliminate all sedans, all car-shaped cars, except for the Mustang. And this has a lot of people freaking out, saying, oh my God, this is the end of Ford. It's absolutely the end. It's not. Everybody calm down. Just take a deep breath. Oh, woosah. It's going to be fine. Ford's going to be fine. Ford still makes the F-1 freaking 50, okay? And that is the best-selling vehicle in the world. Not the best-selling truck in the world. It's the best-selling vehicle in the world. Ford still makes the F-150. They gonna be okay. Now, the reason that they are getting rid of their sedan segment here, their regular cars, is because they're not selling. Even Honda's having a hard time selling the Accord. Americans are not buying sedans anymore. When it came time for me to buy a car, even I myself, having driven two different car-shaped cars prior to that, and enjoying them and liking them, did not opt for a sedan. There were options out there. There were a lot of different options, but when it came time to choose, I wanted a hatchback. And the reason that I wanted a hatchback is I needed something with the seats that folded down that give me a lot of cargo space on days when I'm doing stuff, because you want options to do stuff. So cars like this, the 2012 Chevy Volt Premium, and things like crossover SUVs, the Honda CR-V, and whatever, HRV and CHS or whatever crazy thing, like those crossover type things are outselling sedans more and more all the time. People would rather have the Jeep Renegade than the Honda Accord. People would rather have the CR-V than a Fusion, Focus, or Fiesta. And Ford is responding to that. Like, why would they keep making these cars and selling them here and having them on lots here if they're just taking up space and they're not actually moving off the lot? It makes sense. First of all, what do you guys think? Does anybody out there drive any of those cars that are being discontinued? And if so, what do you like about it? How do you feel about it? What do you like about your car? What do you dislike about your car? Have you ever wished, after having bought your sedan, that you went with something like a hatchback or a crossover SUV, something of that nature? I'm just finding more and more, I had my boss, who was car shopping last summer, and it's just she, her husband, and two kids. And so a sedan would absolutely suit all of their needs perfectly, right? Why buy an SUV when, it's just going to be more fuel? And what did they go and do? They got a Toyota Highlander, which is a big-ass family SUV. And they went and did that instead of the sedan. And the reason that they did that is they wanted something that could go more places, that could go on ski trips. They could, go on longer road trips and be more comfortable. Although I don't really have a problem driving a sedan on a long road trip. I don't really see what the big deal is about it. But she's not the first one I've heard be very insistent on this point, that the SUV was going to be more comfortable and more practical. It's bigger. It makes me feel safer. And I don't really get that. I get that a larger car makes you feel more powerful on the road. I could certainly see that. But as for practical choice, they're more expensive. They're bigger. They get worse fuel economy. But she did end up with a Highlander, and that's a pretty cool thing. And that's just one example of one person that I happen to know. It's just anecdotal evidence to support the idea that even people for whom a sedan would solve their transportation needs and service their family's needs perfectly well don't want a sedan anymore. They don't. As I say this, a Honda Accord goes past on my left, and they are having a hard time selling those. The sedan market is dying in America, and I want to know what you guys think the reason is. And do you think this is a good move or a bad move on the part of Ford? Does it freak you out to hear that they're only going to be selling the Mustang? Is going to be the last car-shaped car that they sell, and that everything after that is going to be the SUVs, the pickup trucks, and really commercial vehicles for Ford. What do you guys think about that? How does that change your view of the company? How do you think this is going to affect the Ford brand? What do you think this is going to do for the future of Ford? Good move, bad move? I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. For that, I'm going to leave it at that. This is my first discussion video for Car Stuff with Katherine. If there's anything specific that you guys want to talk about in automotive news, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. This is your channel. I want to cover the things that you guys want covered, and this is just, some information that I came across. I thought it was pretty damn interesting. It sounded like car stuff, and I'm like, well, car stuff belongs on car stuff, so here we are doing car stuff. Let me know. Very new channel. I want to build it up and make it into something awesome. So give me all of your feedback, all the goodness. Throw it down in the comments. And for that, I'm going to leave it at that today, guys. If this is your first time on the channel, thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing right over here. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Here's some other videos I think you'll enjoy right down here. My name is Katherine. This is Car Stuff with Katherine. Please remember to like, subscribe, and smile.